No, but yeah. Anyway, today we're joined by a very, very special guest known as Iamdeadbird, or you all may know as Wayne.
Hello.
Anyway, I'm gonna get straight into this. So Wayne, you are one of the well-known graphic designers in the Siege community. Well, not well, artists to make logos and stuff, and graphics designer possibly. But
Yeah, I guess so.
we just wanted you here today to ask you a few questions about how you started, how you got fell in love with art mainly, and how you got involved in the Siege community.
I probably first started drawing like as a kid, just used to like buy comic books and stuff
Mm,
and just like copy things out of them and then
yeah.
just like practice my own stuff. So I've always been like that orientated to like
Yeah.
drawing and design and stuff. And then I studied it at college and stuff, so I
Yeah.
always had like a bit of a passion for it. Like, but yeah, always been a bit of a gamer as well. See, so kind of
Mm.
like linked the two. And then yeah, started doing this as a career a couple of years ago. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's working out all right.
I mean,
Sorry, go.
no, you're doing bits, mate. You've made logos for most of the T3H streamers, and you know what? You've been a big favorite in the T3H community, as I am
That's,
known.
that's good to know.
Yeah. I say you're personally better than my favorite Geordie as well. Personally better than Ant and Deck, of course.
Oh,
Uh,
what combined?
yeah, combined, you're better than both of them
Oh, damn.
combined. Mm. And you made my logo. You did most people's logos. You know what? You're just very good artist, of course. And anything you would like to add or say?
No, like I say, it's I've had plenty of practice to be honest. So
Mm.
I'm pleased you like the work, but it's been a long road, so to speak.
A very long
Um,
road.
yeah. I kind of got into the Siege community through just like drawing thumbnails pretty much for
Mm.
free like a couple of years back, and then things just escalated from there really.
Mm.
I'm a bit curious. Did you start with pencil on paper? Or did
I
you
did, yeah,
You
yeah.
did,
I
yeah?
used to be, yeah, just like all traditional kind of stuff. I got my first um like kind of tablets to draw on around, yeah, about maybe 3 4 years ago now, I think.
Mm.
Just like a little cheap Wacom bamboo, I think it was at the time.
How was that transferring from paper to digital? Did that go
It,
as smoothly as you make it seem like it does? Because jeez, you can do some things.
I think kind of. It was a bit tricky initially, like with the hand and eye coordination thing,
Mm.
because obviously you weren't drawn on like directly on a screen, so it was a
Yeah.
bit tricky to begin with. But obviously, the hours soon rack up when you're like doing it as a job and stuff. So got like plenty of practice in straight away, and then upgraded. So I now draw on a screen, and it's which is much easier. But yeah, overall the transition was like I say it was fairly smooth, but that's literally just because of the hours that I put in.
Mm. Well, that's fair enough, my dude. And obviously, as I've said, you've did most of the T4H crew's logos. You know, my logo. You're very fast as well, and you're very.
Like that's one thing I do. I kind of pride myself on my speed. I do work pretty quick. I have done all the time really. I like to get jobs in and then get them done out, but I kind of like don't want to skimp on quality either. So I
Yeah,
try and like put the best stuff out that I can in the given time.
I mean, legit. You can do it in the same day. You have a sketch ready, and then it's finished in that day. And
Yeah, I
it's
mean, sketches don't take too long really, and they're
yeah.
fairly easy. And I've always got like the surface that I used to draw on, or
Mm.
like my iPad with us all the time pretty much. So once I get like a notification to say like you've paid, it's like, oh wait, it's like started now, so let's get it
Let's
on. You
get
know what I
going.
mean? Let's get something to, yeah. Let me show you something that you're paying for, like
like
so.
like like fast food delivery. Just pay it,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like
stick it in the
just
oven.
just draw instead of like just eat. Like your
Yeah,
order is being placed. It's
yeah.
on its way.
So you say you made this your full-time career a few years ago. What was
I,
it that kind of made you? Did you used to do something in the similar, like, if I may ask, what you used to do before?
No, it's completely different. I kind of studied art and design, like at college and stuff, and I kind of
Mm.
fell out of love with it a bit. Like I say, I always work pretty quickly anyway, so I'll have projects finished. And I'd literally be like bored for like weeks
Yeah, then you
while
just
other people,
doodle.
yeah, and I was the kind of work you were doing, I like had no interest in, and it just became a bit of a chore really.
Mm.
But in terms of my job, I started with a part-time job when I was like 16 or whatever, and I was there for 14 years.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
and then uh, the business closed down, and then I got another job. I was there for a couple of years, and then my daughter was born, and
Mm.
I just wanted to spend some time with her, and I had my paternity leave and things like that, and we were moving at the time as well.
Yeah.
And my partner just says, why don't you just try to like do this as a job?
Mm.
And I never really had the confidence really. Like I'm probably one of my own biggest critics.
Yeah.
And a lot of my work I don't even like at the end and stuff. And it's just like get it in, get it out, do it,
Mm.
get some like happy clients sorted. But a lot of the time I don't really like the work. But it was never like in this. I mean, I was a mailman for like 2 years before
Mm.
I started doing this as a business, so it's a completely different like
From
career
just
change.
from posting letters and delivering packages to just delivering online packages, really.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
kind of. Yeah, I have to confirm though. I never drew or wrote on any mail, so
yeah.
just for legal reasons. If there was anything on any
Yeah.
envelopes, that was
Yeah.
not me.
I was just about to ask if you did some, stickers on the
Yeah,
on the letters.
Just a
yeah,
little doodle, you know.
not even once,
Uh,
regardless of how tempted I was.
you're like, oh, I really want to draw on this, but no, clients can
Yeah, must not do it. Must not do it.
So how was
um
it when you decided to do this like for work? Was it like a kickoff like from the beginning? Did you have to? Because most people, especially in the R6 community, knows who like people know who Deadbird is.
mm,
So I'm thinking like, how was it a struggle to get to the point where you are now? You have loads of
Um,
clients. I know that you're very popular. We see new work all the time. So how was that going from as you said, you didn't have the confidence, and then your missus, gave you a kick
yeah.
to
It's
where you are
needed.
now.
It's needed.
mm,
At some point. I should have done it years ago. To be honest, it was fortunately it was a fairly smooth transition. Obviously my daughter had just been born, so trying to work
yeah.
around a screaming child, uh, it was
Uh,
probably more tricky than getting clients. Actually, I'd kind of been around on Twitter for I think I started in like 2012 and stuff, so I
mm,
had like quite a few friends and followers and stuff that I had already just like sketch stuff that I wanted to do for them anyway. So I
yeah.
kind of had like a bit of a presence on there in terms of people
So you had
knew the
a
kind of stuff I did.
smaller, fan base, client base, and it's somehow branched out to this massive thing you do, and you've done stuff for events like Diablo and stuff.
Yeah,
You've told
yeah.
me like that.
Um, yeah, I've been doing some stuff. I've done stuff for like ESL and uh, do some stuff. I'm currently doing some stuff for Ubisoft and things. So I
Mm,
mean, that kind of stuff is just like it's like the pinnacle for me, really.
yeah,
Having these like multi-million pound like companies and organizations that I'm doing work for, and since it's in like the field that I love, like video game and stuff, it's just
yeah.
perfect.
It's just a dream come true for you, isn't it? And
Oh, it
obviously,
literally is, yeah. I mean, like I say, every day working for yourself, it's always a bit tricky because you can be they can have a lack of motivation at times
yeah,
and things. There are a lot of distractions when you work from home and stuff. Um, but yeah, well, I mean, every month's different as well. You get quieter months, you get busier months and things, but
yeah,
it like it balances out a bit. But yeah, I'm just like I never take things for granted. Every little bit of work. If you just want one emote, I'm always like really appreciative, and I try to give people like the best experience.
mm,
Because a lot of people don't commission people, so
yeah,
they haven't had like that interaction with like a designer or an illustrator or whatever. So I
yeah,
try to make it as easy as possible for them, so
mm,
like they can provide me with the information that they need, for certain stuff, but I try not to like overcomplicate it. Literally just so you can get the
Legit,
best experience.
just
And,
a Twitter DM and you're away with it.
yeah, just give me that, and I'm quite happy.
Yeah, and it's making client worker confidentiality, more workarounds. You know what I mean? Like you're providing your service, but you're doing it in a more personal note. It's because it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some massive company where you just pay, then it comes out from just some random person you never get to interact with. It's just
Oh, exactly.
yeah,
I find again, it's another thing I pride myself on is literally like my interaction, regardless of the time of day. If I'm available, I'll like try and reply to you. Even if I've like had to take a few days off for like personal reasons or whatever,
yeah.
I'll always like get in touch with these people just to like
Let
say,
them
oh,
know.
like here's a
Yeah.
heads up and stuff. Things might be a little bit slower, but because my turnaround times are pretty quick anyway, like a lot of people don't mind, you know.
Yeah.
No, and I must say that I've, personally seen how quickly you do stuff. I've gotten a few emails off of you, and my profile picture, which I'm very proud. Uh,
Alex.
and you did that in no time, and I think I even contacted you over the weekend. I think it was a Sunday even with the profile picture, and you were right there. You were away, but you were right there to reply, and just a very
Yeah.
down to earth person in general. Like you feel, you can connect and you're easy to speak with and describe. And you always know for some reason, I don't know how, but you just make the perfect emote and make the perfect profile picture, and it's really great. And so much talent, so much talent.
Oh, thanks.
Um,
I guess that is literally just the
Yeah.
practice.
I
That
think
is
And
you have
literally. I
to.
mean,
I don't know.
it's
Don't
years,
sell
man.
yourself too short.
I'm like an old man now. I've been around the block, so it's
I
like yeah, it's it's definitely experience helps with that. Like I got to admit.
yeah.
Now, there's one thing that I'm very curious about. Now, if depending if you've been in our Discord or not, but you had this one image that you've created, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about.
Oh no.
There was this image of a woman
Oh
with no
yes, I know the one.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
and then when I have that, I can just shortly explain. It was a woman with no legs. Was she pregnant?
Yes, yes,
Diaper,
she was. Yeah.
sitting on the floor. It is like the most bizarre thing, and I'm thinking to myself, where did that come from?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
I was sat on the couch watching TV with my missus, and I think she was actually, I'm almost certain she was drawn as well, because like she does stuff, um and I think I literally just sat there, and I never have I never always have an idea of what I'm going to draw,
So you
so I
just
literally
draw
just picked my
random
iPad
shit.
up, and I kind of like, I think I started with some eyes, and then I made that into a head, then I made it into a woman, and then I just added a body, and things just run away with me.
The
And I was
dark,
like, oh,
demented
what
mind
happens
of
if you have?
Owen.
I think I did it quite low down on the page, and like I'm not going to fit legs in here, so I was like, I'll just have a like with no legs, then I'll just
Just stumps
stumps.
nubs.
Yeah, and it looked as though she was like floating with the stumps, so I needed something underneath. I just drew like a puddle of piss, and it was just like, yeah, it is
Oh,
probably it was a weird one. I think she was holding, she was holding the pencil for some reason.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
It
so. It was like
it may be my graphical interpretation of myself as a female. I have no idea.
What? Just
the
somehow
most
missing
random
legs,
thing
sitting on
ever.
your own personal legs and
Yeah,
pregnant.
yeah, that is how I spend my time.
Because it was the most random thing, but it was so interesting to just like, this is what came out of you just sitting there, like,
I
drawing out
I
of.
knew it was wrong at the time. I kept drawing, and I kept
Hmm.
telling myself, why am I drawing this? And
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was enjoying it. So you saw
Yeah, it
the end
was.
result anyway.
Yeah, the end result was no, it was funny and gave me a laugh at least.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
So
If
you're
my
like,
also
artwork can make people smile, I'm quite happy.
a bit of
in
a
regards
oh,
to this,
sorry.
I'm thinking, what is the weirdest request you've had
Oh right.
to make?
Oh,
Weirdest
your
is,
weirdest
I don't know,
custom.
because I do get like a lot of like, it's like no like freaky shit or like weird shit. Everyone wants
Hmm.
like something normal. I say normal, normal in context,
Yeah.
but like yeah, like I draw stuff like someone could say, "Oh, I want a profile picture or something of me, not of me, of them,
Yeah.
wearing like a gas mask, but half the gas mask is a skull, then behind the skull is like a fish, and then and it's just like,
That's
how is
just
this?
confusing at
You know
that
what I mean?
point.
I just keep thinking like, this isn't gonna work.
There's
Like, what
too
kind of
many.
image are you after? And a lot of people request things, and like, because I've been doing this for a while, I try and kind of visualize it as they've wrote it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to like have to wait ages while I'm trying to sort out an image that I don't think would work in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
that's a skill in itself, being
yeah,
able to
it's
put to paper what people have in their minds, because they can be picturing any.
Mm.
oh yeah. I mean, I get requests on like my Twitter or my through my website.
It's like a
There's a, like
T-Rex riding a horse.
that I think I've done that before actually.
Wait, what?
A T-Rex riding a horse. It might have been
That's
a horse riding a T-Rex.
uh,
It's something like that. I've done something riding a T-Rex. Oh, it was a monkey. I've drawn a monkey riding a T-Rex.
that's fucking
No, it wasn't. Sorry,
confusing.
it wasn't a T-Rex. It was a raptor. I've drawn a monkey riding a raptor.
He did a funny one for Dan as well. Dan in a shoe.
Dan in a shoe.
I
Dan.g2.
don't
Dan.g2 in a
remember.
shoe.
I don't remember
Yes.
how that ended up, but we got Dan in a shoe. And we were just speaking about it, and then a day later, when you sends me this picture of Dan in a shoe, and we got it in our Discord, and it's they're just
Yeah.
and it's brilliant. It's
You're
brilliant.
also a bit of a meme connoisseur. You've created one of the best memes ever, which is the 100% lamb.
Oh, of course.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
We touched on
Gotta
this
agree with
last
you
week
there.
in our best bits, but that was a quality meme, quality memes. You make best memes. Honestly, yeah, everything you do is high quality, and whether though you like it or not, it makes people happy, and
That's
you
fantastic.
deliver.
That's perfect for me.
Yeah, just like
You
I
know?
don't like this. This is shit, and someone else is like, this is fucking sick meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The good
that
thing
happens
about
with
art
all
is,
artists.
yeah, the
Yeah.
good thing is art is completely subjective. So one person
Mm.
could think it's the best thing ever, then the other person could just think it's a load of shit.
Yeah,
So I guess you're heading down the right direction if more people think it's great
it's
than
good.
think it's shit. Yeah. So even if it's like out of 10, if it was like 6.4, I'm happy.
Hmm. Yeah, and obviously we do a segment on our show. We want to move on from this a bit, and we want to move into the next segment. So every week we ask our guest, when we have a guest, what games are they excited for. So we
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint. Okay. Ghost
Yeah.
Recon. Yeah.
The Witcher 3 on Switch.
Yeah,
Oh,
same here.
Yeah. And there is another one.
Rainbow Six Outbreak.
I'm so excited, I can't even think what it is.
Uh,
There definitely is another one. Cyberpunk 2077.
oh yeah, that one's next year, but you know what? It's gonna be good. I've remembered a game that I'm very excited for, and it's Outer Worlds, and it's made by the people who made the original Fallout series and Fallout New Vegas. And
Oh
that
yeah, I've
game
seen that. That's coming on
looks-
Switch as well, I think.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Mainly because
Is that
it's made by-
like a kind of
It's like
what was it?
Fallout set in space.
right? It's like No Man's Sky. It looks similar to that, but with more like combat and action.
Yeah,
instead of-
it's an action
floating
RPG
around.
like Fallout and Skyrim and all of that, like the Elder Scrolls
Right.
series. But it's basically just Fallout set in space.
That's a winner then.
Yeah, but I mean, Fallout's good. Space is good in some contexts.
Yeah, New Vegas wasn't so good. I don't think I didn't really enjoy that at all.
I preferred it to 3.
Did ya? Nah, 3 all the way.
I mean, like Fallout, if we're talking Fallout here, like current Fallouts, like 76 was just terrible.
Yeah.
And they're adding something in that they should have had from the start, which is human NPCs. I don't know what the impression was, is that we're not gonna have human NPCs because the humans in the game are gonna be you guys, and you're gonna be the humans that are fixing everything. When the servers could only like handle 36 people, and in a Fallout game usually there's like 200 plus NPCs.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just like why are you backtracking on games instead of moving forward? And also, like, you know, you fell out of love with Siege a bit as well, and like most of us here have. And like your thoughts on the current state of Siege? Let's
It's
hear about
fucking
that.
diabolical.
Yep.
Absolutely down the shitter.
I mean,
Like I don't even have it installed. I have it installed on my PC that I don't use.
that's how fucking
That,
useless
that
it is.
that's me synopsis.
Yeah.
That's like that's it in a nutshell. It's like
Mm.
it's absolutely garbage. The gameplay, the bugs, the hackers, the levels of toxicity, and it's like literally because I follow so many Siege people
Yeah.
like on Twitter. My whole timeline is just Siege,
Yeah.
and it's 90% of people moaning about it. And like I rang my missus before and I was like, oh, what you up to? She's like, I've literally just put the PC on. I was like, oh, what you playing actually? Oh, Siege. And I was like, oh, good luck with that. I was like, right, that's enough. If you want to make yourself miserable playing that game, then then you do it. I just don't know how a game that has like, I mean, I know video game communities all have like levels of toxicity and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's kind of, unfortunately, it's kind of related to being a gamer. But I always find there are a lot of good people in communities as well, but they're honestly like they're massively outweighed
That
by these fucking idiots.
Yeah, no, that's the thing as well. Is yesterday I was playing with two of my friends, Elo and Mew, and we came up against. Well, we were on the team with two people that I played with the previous night or the night before that, and they were just talking a load of shit, and it's kids who are being toxic, and they called my friend Styler an N word, like, you know, a racist term, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
they called him Scottish, you know that, and they said, "Oh, you can't even form a sentence," and making fun of, you know,
Right,
him.
exactly. It's just things that are just not needed. If these kids are playing like, I know underage kids play
Yeah.
games that they shouldn't be playing and things, and
But the
that's
parents should be
across the board. Parents should have
taking,
some
yeah,
responsibilities. Yeah, I mean, but like, it's the parents' responsibilities to not only not get the kids these kind of games,
yeah,
it's their responsibility to, and it's the kids' fault to an extent, but parents need to bring the kids up better than to act like fucking idiots who think they can just fucking sit behind a keyboard, just fucking bullying or
yeah,
harassing or just abusing people who they just don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
if my daughter, when she grows up, like behaves like this, she'd be an absolute twat.
yeah.
And hope to God she would never ever turn out like these absolute idiots who play that stupid fucking game now.
At
I
the same
mean,
time, I'm thinking that, the generation, I don't know if the generation of kids, we're talking of kids like 15, to 20s, because that's what we see mostly, right? They're
mm,
parents again. They're not necessarily, they didn't grow up with PC and gaming the way that, kids nowadays
yeah.
do.
I
So I'm
mean,
thinking that, when our generation again, we have kids, we're gonna, new things are gonna show up, I'm sure, and we're gonna have more,
Oh yeah, of
yeah.
course.
But I'm thinking maybe it's not the fact that these parents don't, wanna educate, or I think it's just that they don't know. They have no idea, and I think that's the problem.
Exactly. Yeah,
Parents don't
they aren't
keep a
educated.
close,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. They need to keep a closer eye on their kids, but then again, their kids probably lock themselves in to their rooms, and then they sit
Yeah.
there like being
I mean,
toxic and stuff.
that's the thing about kids nowadays is like, you know, when back in the day, like, well, I say that I'm 21, but like years ago, I used to, you know, go outside and shit as a child, and now kids nowadays just sit in and play like Fortnite and all this and become toxic and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And as well as like I feel like children nowadays use a lot of swear words, like a lot more than like people, you
Oh,
know.
without a doubt. It's just that's just this like that's just people now. That's just
Yeah.
how the world is at the moment. It's like that's not just restricted to gaming, It's just
Yeah.
that's just the state. The state, like the human race, is awful, really.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like I'm not really, I shouldn't really say this, but I'm not really a people person. I
Yeah.
really don't like people
Yeah.
overall in
I
general
don't like people. No.
Yeah. I
because they're
mean,
just like, I don't know whether it's because I'm getting older and
you just
like,
want to keep to yourself.
Yeah, just fuck off. You know what I mean? It's
Just
just
everyone
like,
get the fuck
stop being a fucking dickhead.
and
You know
leave
what I
me
mean?
alone. Leave me to my own shit, man.
Yeah. Like it'll come back and get them. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
yeah,
I don't want to have to sit in game
I mean,
parenting other people's kids. Like
no, exactly.
yeah,
yeah, it's not good.
yeah.
It's
Lucas,
like
that
I never
sounds.
get, because of my work schedule. It's not very often I get to play games. And obviously with Siege being so addicting, I played the last like pretty much 2.5 year, like is just non-stop.
Mm,
And yeah, so the time that I do get to game is restricted. And then
yeah.
I was jumping on, and then I was coming off in a worse fucking mood than I was, but like before I went on. I was just thinking, why the fuck am I playing this? And
There's
like,
Yeah.
a lot of people do.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
Like,
I
yeah.
scroll my timeline, and like 9 out of the 10 tweets I see is like people saying first match hackers,
yeah.
second match DDoS, blah, and I'm just thinking, why are
Oh,
you fucking playing it?
all 7 matches have been DDoSed.
Yeah,
Like
it's like,
that
why are you
happened
playing
to
it?
me the other day. I was just playing, try to have fun, right? Me and Styler were in a game, and they were winning. It was the last round, and they were winning. And some cunt, he didn't even DDoS us. He didn't even kick us out of the match. He just froze everyone but him and his friend, and they could move. And I got killed by that shit. I was so fucking pissed off. Like Siege, yeah, it doesn't have fun. I've been trying to take a break from it, but yesterday I did hop on and I had, a fun time because we won games and we just chilled out. Legit, me and Elo were playing and we were playing it and we didn't we just played it like it was casual really. And fucking Elo was just sitting using Clash.
I think if you want to enjoy any kind of Siege, you have to go there and uh,
You just have to not.
not play competitively,
Yeah.
and don't give a shit, because other people are going to act like dickheads. They're going to team kill. They're going to hack, and you just need to not care about that to gain any
Mm,
enjoyment from playing the game.
yeah. Yeah. And it's the thing though, is like people take games too seriously nowadays, even if they're not in a competitive scene. I would understand if you play competitively and you want to improve, but like if you're just a standard player, like you're not wanting to go like competitive, and you're just like raging over fucking losing a lot. It's a
Yeah,
bit.
it's just a game. Enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's so
I
difficult.
mean, currently, like recently, I've just not been enjoying Siege. Siege actually like stresses me out and like kind of depresses me. But I've been dabbling back into Destiny, as I said, every week, and it's just sitting grinding for like 8-9 hours a day.
I think if you find a game you enjoy, just fucking stick to it for a bit.
Yeah, it's
Because that's the only way you go. I mean, you will go back to Siege at
yeah.
some point, because it's just that kind of game. You do go back. That's why it's got 45 million players.
Mm,
I always feel like at times I've got to step away, because if I don't, I'll just smash
yeah.
the fucking screens. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And some people, when they smash screens, right, like that's the worst part, is see when someone buys a very nice expensive screen and they just play the game too much and they piss themselves off. Like basically they're playing and they're pissing themselves off really, even though they're getting
Yeah,
pissed
yeah.
off by other people. And like when they fucking smash their like £400 screen or £200 screen, they're like, oh
Who's the one out of pocket? Do you know what I mean? Over
yeah,
like a 40 quid game.
yeah. It's not even 40 quid. You can pick it up for 10 quid on CD keys.
Right. Well, there you go. There you go.
And you can like let me check. Let me see Steam, right? Steam's loading up because I haven't loaded up Steam in a while. But Steam, if I'm not mistaken, it's usually like 12 quid if it's on sale. But it might just be
Really?
12 quid in general now.
I'm trying to think what else you could spell. Trying to think what else you could spend £12 on to piss yourself
On
off.
Steam, it's now £17 for the standard
Right.
edition, which is it's went down significantly because it was like, think of it, a couple of months ago the game was like still £30 to £35, and
Yeah,
now
well, they always put like offers on, don't they? When there's like the minors or the majors on.
yeah, this isn't
like
even
free
this isn't
weekend.
even an offer though.
Yeah.
This is just it now. It's
Right.
it's £17 on Steam, and like the best edition you can buy is £83, which is everything. But I wouldn't spend £83 on the fucking game.
On a 4-year-old broken game.
Yeah, no, legit. I've spent too much money on the game. Like I've spent more than I've ever wanted to spend on it, and it's fucking ridiculous. Because there's just so many microtransactions and like also these events like Showdown and all of that. like when they release
Oh, yeah,
packs you pay for with R6 credits. I think they should give you more options to, earn them because
Yeah, I think there's no reason why they can't include challenges, but like
yeah,
challenges
they
that
do
are
they do
actually valid.
challenges, but they do
Do you know
it
what I mean?
like it's one. You only get one pack from the
Yeah, yeah.
challenges.
So like across the whole like lifetime of the event, if you could like set some, I don't know, maybe like three, like
Yeah,
with three really difficult challenges that you're gonna have to put some time in to get them, and then
yeah.
at least you have another three items.
Hmm.
And it's just like obviously I know they just do it because it's like it's money in it, And if that's the way the generate generate money and stuff for prize money for events and things, then people are going to do it.
Yeah.
At the same time, I do believe that the R6 community for you, Wayne, is where you have your biggest client base, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah, yeah. I
Because
reckon at, at least like 60% of my work is, I would
Yeah.
say, is siege related.
Yeah, but
yeah, because there is recently, quite recently, I was aware about something called Vault 6.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And as far as I've been checking it out, I've been, following it, and this Vault 6 is it's your shop, right? And
It
you
is, yeah.
sell your
Mm.
merch there and your prints. And it's all sold out.
It's
Yeah,
all
Uh,
sold
legit.
out.
it's all sold
I
out.
haven't checked. I know
It's
things did go pretty quickly the first few days, but I just wanted some limited stock on there because I didn't want everyone to like. I think it kind of like ruins some kind of
Yeah.
exclusivity. So I made like so many prints available for different sizes,
Mm.
and I just thought then if you have that print, then
You're
you're one of
special.
like 10 people, who has that print.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
those are some really cool prints as well. I love the one with the smoke.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
oh, Vault 6.
Yeah, I didn't do it for like a financial thing. It was literally like people had been
You
asking
you
me for
you
years,
legit
like
asked.
if I want to sell stuff.
I remember when you first posted that you were like, "Oh, should I start making prints of my drawings and my art and that?" And everyone was like, "Yes." Then you would,
Yes, let's
Yeah,
do
honestly,
it.
"Yes,
like
yes."
it literally all comes down to my time. Like it's so
Yeah.
restricted on things like if I want to work on projects of mine,
Mm.
it's literally I've got to like stay up to like 3 a.m. just like doing stuff. Then it's just like, and it gets to like 11, I think fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, will we
Uh,
see new prints in the shop at
yeah,
some
I mean
point?
I'm working on some stuff now. When I get time.
Ooh.
I do have another. I think there's another three I'm kind of on with. I've kind of moved into doing some Ghost Recon artwork now as well.
Yeah, yeah, because you're
To
really
freshen things up a
excited
little
for
bit.
that.
Yeah, that's a nice change to see some other stuff. We, as I said,
I
we
mean,
saw this beautiful woman,
yeah.
who you drew while sitting on the couch with your missus.
Oh yes, yeah.
It's not, it's nice to see some variations as well. We see
The
your love in your emails.
Oh yeah, I don't always draw
yeah.
women sitting in piss. It's
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
always, just every
No.
now
not
and then.
always.
He
That's
doesn't
a
Stock
print
in
I
the
can sell.
collection.
he isn't in the market for drawing women in piss. He's also in the market for making emotes for Twitch streamers and logos. So you know
Yeah, yeah.
what, you can cop yourself some, but don't forget to use code T3HDB for 10% off.
And just FYI, there's a sale in August.
Yep, sale in August.
Oh yes, it starts today.
20 pound each.
Yeah,
Yes, starts
Yeah,
the
it
most
today.
£20
starts
each
today.
or
I've
how much?
had so many people come to
Three
me
for
for some
50.
reason. Yeah, so many people
Right?
come to me for some reason, going like, "How long does it last?" I'm like, "It's all of August. Go get one. Go get one." They're like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm going." How do I
And
Yeah.
contact him? They don't
I'm
even go to you, right? It's funny. They don't go to you because I think they're a bit intimidated. They're like, "Oh, how do we approach him?" I'm like, "Just DM him. He's just like a down to earth guy. DM
yeah.
him, Twitter, anything. Like he's a down to earth guy." Because I
Yeah.
think considering you are such a big and well-known graphics designer, especially within the R6 community.
Mm.
People are like, "Oh no, this guy probably doesn't have time for me," or
Yeah.
doesn't have time.
I've got
Like,
time for everyone.
yeah, it's not like that. He's such a good guy. He's such a
All
great
the
guy.
time in the
DM
world.
him.
All the time in the world.
And 3 emotes for £50. All of August, guys. I'm just saying. Wink, wink.
Yep. Yep.
I'm sure I put in the promo. I think
Shit.
I put in the promo like it was I put through like I think I put awesome August. I put
Mm.
throughout its entirety, and people are like, when does it end? I'm like, it's through the entirety of August.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah,
We didn't make
yeah.
that clear enough,
Yeah.
obviously. Deadbird, I'll give you some tips.
Yeah, honestly,
But,
I just can't make logos for shit.
No, but what are your favorites then to make? Because I know I've asked you this before when you and I have had a chat, but I feel like it's a bit up and down because sometimes you've done like 10 logos and you're so fed up with making logos, and then it's
Yeah.
emotes, you're so fed up with making emotes. But what is the perfect? What if someone was to come to you and do like an order? What would the perfect order for you be? If you could do anything, what would the perfect order be?
In all honesty, it would literally, like you touched on it there, but it would literally depend on what I've been doing for like the last week.
Yeah.
Because
Fair
literally,
enough.
like this last month, but pretty much July was spent making logos. I've lost count of how many logos I made in July. So yeah, a little bit tired of logos at the moment. So that's why I kind of put the promotion on for emotes, so I can
So you
just
get more
freshen things up a little
emotes.
bit. Yeah, but the good thing about emotes are they don't take anywhere near the length of
As
time
long,
as a
yeah.
Oh
logo
no, you're a
does.
beast on emotes. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, it's
Mind
I
you,
guess in
I've
terms
been
of
using-
in terms
I've
of
been using-
productivity. Sorry, in terms of productivity, it's definitely one of the quickest pieces of like artwork you can get in and get out.
And you've got a specific formula for your pog emotes, don't you?
I do, yeah, I do indeed.
Yeah.
Like all the poggers, the hypers, I'm not down with all the cool kids. I'm not really I'm not really
You
that way
are.
inclined. I
Yes,
don't know
you
all these
are.
cool phrases and things.
Mm.
So yeah, people message me. I usually have to Google it, and then
Do
Yeah.
you
I'll
know
have a
what
look.
pog means now? Because I still
I know that now. Yeah, I
I
do
don't
know.
know.
PogChamp.
Anyone want to tell me? What does it
PogChamp.
mean?
Wait, basically it's when
that
you've done
face in it.
something cool.
Yeah, like also like wow, and it really
Yeah.
Why don't we just say wow then?
Because
I'm
that's
not
not
down with
cool.
kids
because
either.
that isn't the cool kid way.
It's
No, and I have
PogChamp.
Lamb messaging me. I have Lamb messaging me like just random letters, and I'll be like, "Excuse, did you fall on your keyboard?" He's like, "No," and then he spells it out to me, and I'm like, "Oh God, I'm so
Ah!
old."
Yeah.
Like I just recently figured out what SMH means.
Oh no.
See, I do that one.
In
No.
my
I
head.
do it all the fucking time.
I just
Eee.
figured out what that is, and because people were writing SMH, I'm like, SMH what? What SMH? What are you SMHing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would literally have to ask my missus, like, if someone messaged me, I'd say, what the fuck do they mean by this?
Yeah. Like
Urban Dictionary.
B-
Yeah,
of course,
I don't have
of course, the main ones everyone knows is BRB.
I know
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
AFK.
Yeah.
I only recently found out what that meant.
What?
Oh no, you're
What?
wasting
Yeah.
them.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh no, Wayne.
I haven't played PC long.
Yeah, no, you've been a console person, haven't you?
And then I have someone write to me IDD. Now I was like, you
What?
don't you don't
I don't.
apparently it's indeed.
That is not indeed.
That's
No
news to
what?
me.
No matter what
IDD.
people says, that is not indeed. They're
I
talking
haven't
a
made an
load.
IDD emote.
I haven't made no IDD. No, but anyway, if we would like to move on to another segment, maybe get some questions from the audience. That there's been a few, but I've not done that yet because I haven't announced that we're doing that part yet. But if anyone has any questions for Wayne, shoot away, my
Well,
dudes.
Bella wished that Wayne would be her friend.
I am Bella's friend.
Bella,
Aren't I?
you've got a friend in Wayne.
You've got a friend in
Friend.
Wayne.
If I'm not, then that is news to me, and then I will not be
Whoa.
visiting the streams anymore.
Whoa! I will not come to your streams.
Come on.
I am not your friend, according to you.
I think
Bella who?
Bella who, yeah.
Oh,
I think
no.
Karma wanted to know what got you involved with the Ubisoft. You said you were doing some work for that.
Yeah, that's kind of I've done some work for like Ubisoft developers and things, and I've done work for like Siege casters
Yeah.
and hosts and things, and I think it's literally just like word of mouth and stuff. You know what I mean? Like people just know people in the industry.
Yeah.
So obviously people must have requested something, and then I've been recommended, and then you just kind of get in contact with like the people higher up and things, and then just goes to work, and it just
Yeah.
it goes from there really.
Yeah,
It
well,
keeps
I
things
mean,
interesting because you get different it's like different levels of client as well. Like I could get jobs in from like content creators with like a few followers or like a few subs or whatever.
yeah,
And then I get like clients like Ubisoft and ESL, and it's like a massive, like a huge span. You know what I mean? And I have
yeah.
like different pricing structures for like corporate clients and just like anybody else.
It's like,
So, but I try and make things like available at like decent prices for everyone,
yeah,
so that people aren't going to miss out and say, well, oh, you only do things for people with like fucking 1 million followers or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
if you want anything, you don't have to have any followers. If you want something, I'll help you make it.
Yeah, which is really good, very great. And you
Yeah.
do offer great prices as well. So it's not, people don't have to have loads of money either to be able to get something professionally done. And
No, of course not. I mean, there are a lot of people who do what I do. So it's like you kind of have to be competitive,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like I want everyone to be able to like experience having like if they want to stream, doesn't matter if they get like 5 viewers or whatever. It's like if they want their channel to look good,
Yeah.
then there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to get that.
Oh,
So I try
100%.
and make that available for everybody, regardless of like stature or whatever.
Yeah, you're a man of the people, Wayne. You're a man of
Man of the
people.
people,
Man of
like, yeah.
people,
I'm not a people person, but I'm a man of the people.
According to
Yeah.
everyone, you're the man of the people.
Right. Thank you.
suppose that's a good way then to be working, online. So you can just like ignore people when you
Yeah.
don't feel like talking to them, and you can just shut down a PC and they're gone. You don't have to
Yeah.
interact with them if you don't wanna.
Just blocked.
Just blocked. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
No, I know you said that you don't have time to, because I've asked you, could you like teach people? Could you do courses? And I understand you don't have time. You have a lot to do, but you did tell me that you were gonna maybe take up this speed art thing and post it on YouTube, which
Oh, yes.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited about.
You
So
posted about that a long time ago, and I haven't.
Yeah.
you did.
In all honesty, I had forgotten again. So I need to write that down somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna remind you daily.
If I
now.
don't see things wrote down, things don't.
So
Get
someone clip this. I'll send it to him
Someone
once a
clipped
week.
it and we'll send it to him daily until the point where we get blocked and he just shuts us down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Company
Oh,
fucking arse.
whoa, wait a minute. This is just a little bit of a surprise topic that's just popped up. So apparently, Ninja is moving to Mixer.
Yes, I literally saw that as I shared this tweet for the LambCast thing.
What?
He must be getting paid quite a bit to do that, I would imagine.
Yo. Or he's been banned from Twitch, probably least likely, but like, imagine moving from Twitch to Mixer. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My god.
I wonder if he's been banned for playing with cheaters.
I mean, Mixer's a different community out there. It's like fucking... It's more tight-knit, and you get more followers, but like, it's not as known as Twitch, really. Twitch is the main stream platform.
No, yeah, well, I mean, I used to stream on Mixer a little bit. Like doing speed arts and things. Well, not speed arts, just arts.
Yeah. Arts and
yeah.
crafts.
But again, it was literally just finding the time to like do that stuff. You know what I mean? I would work on commissions while doing it, but a lot of people don't want their stuff shown until things are finished and stuff. So if I'm literally spending all day doing commissions, I don't have time to then
stream.
carry on.
Put in
Yeah.
a really good order, and you can speed draw them.
Yeah, if you want, I'll quite happily do emotes. Like I used to just do emotes and then give them away on stream. Yeah, I might have to try and get. The good thing about that is like I always used to save the videos and then I can just use them for speed arts.
Yeah.
No, but I think that would be a good idea to do that on stream, like interact. Then when you're fed up with people, you can just go like, I'm going offline now, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if like, I do understand the like the draw for doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, pardon the pun, but yeah, it's I could probably. My schedule's better now. My daughter's a little bit older, so she kind of has a bedtime now and things. So I could probably put things into place where on an evening I could probably then to start to like stream and things and to see if I got people involved. Previously I used to do it like when she was in daycare during the day, so like
Yeah.
There was no one watching because it was like everyone would be at work and stuff, and or having like lunch or whatever. So it was like, yeah. I mean, I just did it just purely because I'd be
For
doing it
fun.
anyway. So
Yeah.
I thought I might as well have some people to talk to.
Yeah, just like, oh, you see, I'm doing this. I'm doing the lane
Yeah.
fitness. Oh, I don't know how to
Well,
talk art.
that's the beauty of working for yourself. You can just control and do whatever you want at whatever point you want. You know, if you want to have a break, you can have a break. You can be your
Yeah,
own boss.
it
Because
is
Yeah.
everyone's
good, but like I
job.
said, it does have there's a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
you kind of have
So
to be
you're
controlling
balancing
yourself
work
a bit.
more with life because, like, if you had a 9 to 5, regular 9 to 5, you wouldn't be balancing it as hard because you're there all the time. So there's things that will
Exactly. Yeah.
pop
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, so and you have to be, you need to have some control, self-control, and basically be a bit strict with yourself because things have to be done.
Yeah.
Bills have to be paid.
Yep. Deadlines have to be met. Bills have to be paid.
Yeah,
So
deadlines. So self-discipline, I think, is very important if you work for
Mm.
yourself.
Yeah.
Be your own boss. But it does seem like you've got this under control.
yeah, it does have its perks, and again, I think with being a little bit older and having been like worked all my life, so I kind of understand that.
I
You
mean,
you do need to like have an adult perspective, like when you're doing this as a career.
Yeah.
That
you need to
definitely
be more
helps.
cautious. You need to be a bit more cautious as well of like what you're spending and like if you're meeting your mark for the month and that.
Oh, exactly. I mean, it can stop at any time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people could just stop wanting things, or like they find other people's styles that they like better, so they stop coming to you. And
Yeah.
there's like loads of reasons that like people can go elsewhere.
Mm.
So it's just you kind of like enjoy it in the moment and just literally just grind.
Just until the
Just get
end of
as
time,
much
till the
yeah,
end,
just
you just do
get
what
as
you
much
can.
stuff out as you can, get it in like people can see it and
Yeah.
stuff. Cause like I say,
Then-
with it being subjective, a lot of things you can just like
Mate,
just put it out. Someone's bound to like it.
your work's gonna be in a museum one day when everyone's evolved and no longer
yeah.
watches like Twitch. The museum of like artist graphic.
I'll be in
Just-
there before my work is.
just sitting in there. Hi.
Yeah, pretty much. Just a
Yeah.
few of my emotes.
Oh.
Actual emote size as well. Just a wall full of like little 112 by 112 little bits of artwork. It's not a bad idea, that.
Just like thousands of them.
Yeah, just littering the walls
The room of Deadbird emotes. Just walks in.
with Shudan dead center.
About 17,000 Pog emotes.
Yeah.
Tom Whale Pog. Geota Pog.
They're quite popular, those ones, to be fair.
Can't wait for
They
my
are.
emote. Ooh.
Yeah.
Mr. Karma.
Is that Karma? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be getting that done tonight. See, after this,
Oof.
get my daughter to bed and then crack on with some more remotes.
Woof woof. You know.
Wait to see
It's
that.
gonna
As well
be
as
very
logos.
nice.
Send it
Yeah.
to me before you send it to Karma.
Wow.
I'm more excited.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
expose
no,
it
he
to the
told
show.
me about that. He was
Oh.
really excited about that.
Mm. But yeah. Anyway, Karma, do you have any questions for Deadbird? Like you've had questions, they've been answered, but I don't know if you've been here to hear them. But if you have any more questions, feel free to ask, my G. Okay, a bit silent, but yeah. Well, in the meantime, let's talk.
Me?
Ask me anything.
Oh, I didn't see
I
you.
was actually kind of curious on where and how you practiced color theory.
That kind of started in probably like college. Like I did learn a lot of the basics of like just graphics and theory and practices like while I studied it. So I kind of had a good starting block when I started working for myself. But a lot of the time you do kind of pick things up naturally as well, like color association and things, and obviously color theory. You kind of know what things look good together in combinations and things. And there's a lot of I mean, in like Illustrator and things, you got like color guides. There's
Yeah.
there's websites out there where I think one is gradient.com, and that's like good for gradients and things.
Okay.
And it's just like there's unlimited sources available online, and Yeah, you can kind of get inspiration from everywhere. I mean, you can put like your standard practices that you've kind of like that you've been taught or like you've
Mm.
learned yourself. But with art and stuff, things develop and change like so quickly. One style could be in one moment, and then something else comes in that's completely different, and it completely changes.
Yeah.
So I think as long as you have a good understanding of like the basics
Mm.
and the like theory and practice,
Yeah.
then after that it's literally you keep improving and you just keep searching for inspiration and it just carries on from there.
Very nice. Here's a good question from Karma though. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully in my own house as opposed to sat on my mum's bed at the moment, but
Mm.
yeah, on in 5 years I'll be doing another episode of LambCast,
Yes.
telling people why I've started playing Siege again. Probably.
What year would that be? Year 9 of Siege? Siege year 9?
Yeah,
Year 9
9.
ops.
I'll be in the pro league, baby.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh no. I don't want to say that as Pensioners Pro League.
But that would work. Do you know what? That would work.
Just imagine just people in the age like 50 to 60. I don't know how old you are personally, Wayne.
Just
but-
hearing it.
60 in 5 years.
Yeah, that's the one.
Be nice to him.
No.
That's the one.
But yeah, imagine just a bunch of 60-year-old people just sitting playing Siege. It would be a slower game.
Do you know what? I'd rather watch that now than like some of the competitive play
Yeah.
now.
It'd just be so much more
Much better.
interesting. Like you know how
Be funny.
you know how Fine Brothers Entertainment they copyright everything, but like they have a fucking thing where old people play video games. Imagine just something like that where it's like a 5v5 old people on Siege.
See, I think that's a brilliant idea. You
No,
should pitch this in care homes.
yeah. Oh my god. I can imagine myself in a nice little Siege care home, after winning a couple of championships. We just sit in the
I just
care
get
home all day and
chips.
play Siege. Oh my god. But yeah, apart from that, like, if you ever go back to Siege, obviously I'm here to play with you. Karma's also excited to play some Ghost Recon Breakpoint with you. That's
Yeah,
the thing
definitely.
though, is I was kind of interested in it, but like Ghost Recon Wildlands, I was super excited for that game, and then I just got bored of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the combat can get repetitive. I know
Yeah.
the story missions don't have very much like difference. It's all like the same kind of missions,
Yeah.
the same structure. But for me, I kind of enjoyed. It's the same with the Division. I prefer single player games than I do
Yeah.
multiplayer games because I can literally just sit there and I can just kind of immerse myself in it, and then
I like looter shooters because you can spend hours grinding for the things you want instead of
without a doubt. I mean, the amount of hours I've put into not Destiny, sorry, Diablo. Like I've had that on every platform now, and I've literally yesterday I just finished the season again on the second console I started this season on. So
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Very nice. But yeah, is there anything you would like to ask us? Because we usually ask that to our guests.
Right. Why do you still play Siege?
'Cause
Let's
I'm
put that
addicted.
out there. That's the main reason.
It is just so addictive, and I hate it. And I'm not much of a rager. I'm like, I let things go. I very rarely let get things get to me.
I broke my door
Um,
handle once because of Siege.
Really?
Yes. I screamed, "Fuck you, Ubisoft! You're a shit company." Then I just walked out the door,
I don't know,
slammed
maybe
my
it's
door.
lack of alternatives
Yeah.
where you can go in as a squad and play. There's not many alternatives.
I mean, that's the thing though, is we buy new games as like friends buy new games, then we end up just going back to Siege.
So do you think you go back to Siege though because there are no similar alternatives then?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, similar but different, if that makes sense. I'd love for Sims 4 to be online. Hint, hint. Hello. That would be great. No, I just
Sims 4 ESL.
go for it. There's just no good alternatives, I suppose. And At least I feel that way. You know, I've been sitting like looking for games to play multiple player or co-op or whatever, and it's just like
Yeah.
nothing exciting. So
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's why I'm looking forward to Breakpoint as well, though, because a lot of my game, it's my fault partially, but I do enjoy single player games more. But
Yeah.
the time restrictions for me limit my regularity I can play with the same people.
Yeah.
So like Siege for me was quite a solo experience because the times I would get on times that people are in squads and or at work and things. So
And I've just
that
went
could have
off or
something to do with a
something. Yeah.
bias of why I've like probably not enjoyed it as much as other people have.
Yeah, and as well as that is like Siege. Yeah, as we've said and as we've discussed over the past like 5 weeks. I believe it. 5 weeks of LambCast. Can't believe it. But we've
It
just
deserves a
discussed
fanfare.
just the toxicity, man. That's what fucking makes me not enjoy the game. People are just
Yeah.
dicks. And like when you're trying to play, when you bring your friends who are new to the game and you're playing with them in ranked, and then just
And
people
then they don't want to play.
and people just talk shit to your friends,
Yeah.
and you're like, what the fuck? He's new to the game. Leave him alone. Give him a break.
Exactly.
Give him a fucking break. Then just people have no chill. No chill on Siege.
Yeah, I don't think it's that kind of game, is it? I think even if you play casual, it's
It's not
very
chill.
competitive.
Legit, all you're getting casual is people TKing people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole casual, like, you know, dilemma and like epidemic and shit, all that bullshit.
Well, I think the only games I played this season are the ones I played with you
Us,
guys.
yeah, you played like
Like, I
3.
played 3 games with me, and
Yeah.
it got disconnected out the first 2 of them.
That was weird,
I
bro.
got that shitty glitch that is
Yeah.
in year 4 of a game, and it's just like, why?
And like
how is
that,
that
they
possible?
managed to bring back glitches from the like year 1 in that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm
you-
not dissing like the level of like work that you be put in to like get rid of things, but like
by
how is
getting
that
rid of
possible?
certain things, they bring back worse things.
Yeah, I don't understand how people do that.
Right, so they took Clash out for like a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I can't remember. It was like a month, let's say. And when they brought her back for the first time, she still had the glitch. So they had to take her out another 3 weeks. You know how to sort that issue? Never have released Clash in the first place.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's just a load of bullshit, and they add these ops that they think that will be good. They make these broken fucking ops, and they add them in. They're like, oh, people will like that. There'll be no abuse. There'll be fair play. Eh.
That's why so many operators are took out and so many rule changes are happening and things, though, because
But
the state of the game isn't great.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they have to take things out. So like you spent all that money on all them things and the skins for operators and things, and then they become temporarily unavailable because of things that shouldn't even be there in the first
yeah,
place.
because of their own fuck ups.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like they don't know how to fix the game properly, and they can.
I don't think it will ever be properly fixed.
No.
I don't think that game will ever be in a state.
The thing is
of
that the thing is though is it comes down to the servers they use, the engine they use, the way they patch things.
So should they just scrap it and make it another a sequel?
I think what they're doing is with quarantine. I think they're testing out the new engine and they're testing out new servers.
Right.
I think that might be the case. That if it's not the case and it's just Outbreak with the same engine in the same fucking servers, then it's a piss take. It's just another cash grab. Or
Yeah.
I am part of the team to make Rainbow Six Quarantine. You know what they should do? They should quarantine your whole fucking office and never let you leave because you make shit games. And it's no.
And this is why I don't play.
Yeah. It makes people worse. Like, I used to be quite nice before I touched Siege. Haha. Guess who's
Yeah,
not
but, like,
nice?
Siege used to be nice, but I think it's mostly you can blame it mostly on the fact that a lot of people migrated from CS:GO.
Yeah. And like, yeah, that's true. Siege is just CS:GO players. It's just CS:GO with less Russians and more toxicity.
Yeah, but the thing is now they're migrating to Siege because they're understanding that Siege is better.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to sit and play like 16 rounds of ranked in CS:GO?
Not me. The ranked was too much. It's just too long an experience in Siege as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one game it can take like an hour or something.
Yeah,
It's just
it
like
takes
nah.
40
No thanks.
minutes and above, really. And like the fastest you can finish a game is like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's if you 4-roll, like every time. Then, honestly, like I fell out of love with Siege. I feel like this podcast is gonna go in a bit of a different direction. I think we're gonna end up going in a multitude of different games and like just gaming news and like getting people in. We'll still keep Siege elements and we'll still talk about Siege. That's what we started from, and like that's our main thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's a bit of an issue as well. We're trying to help fix Siege in a way because we're pointing out problems and issues, but like
It's all constructive criticism.
yeah,
That's
basically.
what it is.
Basically,
Just get rid of the people playing the game, and then fix the bugs,
yeah,
and then you've got yourself a good game.
yeah, legit. That's what's happening. That's what
Bring back
needs to happen.
Claymores.
They are back. They're already
Yeah,
back.
I have no
But,
idea. I've not played it for that long.
But as well as like they've removed like things from operators that shouldn't have been removed, and they've given it to the other
Right.
operators. Like the thing is, they removed grenades from IQ because that's the main reason people picked IQ is for the grenades, and she's a free speed, and they gave them a Finka, and not many people pink Finka, and when they do,
Pink
they just
thing,
pink Finka, just instantly draws a pink Finka skin.
yeah.
Just yes.
I'll just recolor one of the previous ones.
Yeah. But that's the thing though, is the way you fix Siege is just nuke it, get rid of everything. Legit, just eat the eat the USB stick it's on. Never again.
How
But-
to kill Siege.
How to kill Siege. Smash the server. The main server where the game is stored. So the game doesn't exist. But you know what? Like, these 5 weeks we've talked about a lot about Siege. A lot about Siege and like just the amount of bullshit that happens. I mean, last week we saw some guy in the NACL qualifiers using fucking wall hacks. He was legit hacking in Challenger League qualifiers.
Exactly. That's the kind of people who play that game.
Like, how are you
I mean,
meant to get
it's
good
competitive,
when?
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
how are you meant to
yeah,
get good
it drives me
when you're
crazy.
using fucking wall hacks in competitive scene? How do you expect to go far? You're gonna be banned, and you're never gonna be able to play competitive again, even if you want to.
But didn't that guy come back who got banned for using macros and things? He's back now, isn't he?
I
He's
don't
playing
know.
for someone.
But like,
Yeah.
macros is different from like legit wall hack.
Right.
Like, you have to think, yeah, it's still a form of cheating, but like, he's not like fucking using hacks. He doesn't know where they are. He's just
Right.
using the fucking macro, like a rapid fire macro or a no recoil macro. Like, yeah, it's scummy and you shouldn't be doing it, but at the same time, at least he's not fucking using wall hacks. NCL, wall hack.
That's another problem though, because I mean, like you've obviously got Challenger League and Pro League and stuff, and if people at that level, they're like doing this thing,
Yeah,
like,
it's
doing
gonna
this
encourage
packaging,
people doing
then
it in ranked.
everybody else who just plays the game normally, like aspires to like be on that level, and then so they just try the fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
it's just not setting good examples.
But it's
for
not them
the rest of the
playing.
community.
It's a fucking script that's doing all the work for them. So
Yeah.
you're not a good player. You're just a fucking cheating cunt. Oh, wankers and gash, as Wayne puts it.
Yes, wankers and gosh.
Wankers
Too much
and
wankers
gash.
and gosh.
But you know what? We've been running for like an hour now, and like an hour and a bit. I feel like everyone wants to go and do their own thing, and we've had a good show. We've had a good talk, and is there anything?
Karma wants an emote.
Yeah, wankers. Hashtag wankers and gash. And you know
Just
what?
sitting in here making
We're
sure
gonna-
that you
we're
get
gonna-
off on time.
We're gonna make a new segment on the show to let people know what have you got coming up in the future, and what do you plan to do? You know, got anything interesting coming up you would like to promote?
I've got some merch designs coming up. I've got some more prints. Probably some more sales and giveaways as well. To be honest.
Very nice.
Yeah, my schedule's a bit clearer now that I've managed my time a little bit better. So you should see more content posted more regularly. But yeah, if you ever want any artwork or anything, don't be afraid to get in touch.
Yeah, don't be afraid to get in touch and use
I am a nice people
T3HDB.
person.
Use the code
He's a nice people
T3HDB
person. He
to get
loves
10% off of all commissions. But at the end, you know what? Thank you for everyone coming tonight. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Ems, for stepping in as a guest host. And you know what? Thank you for everyone who watched tonight. This has been LambCast, and good night.